Hello, folks. So this is part 8 of solving the LeetCode problem 1920 build array from permutation. I'm sorry that the previous video didn't have audio uh, before I messed up the audio for this one. Let me actually start recording myself at least separately so that in case something goes wrong, I can actually just use my external recorder, my phone, to do the voice recording. Cool. Hello, folks. So this is solving LeetCode problem 1920 build array from permutation. So here I'm actually trying to reduce the memory use. According to LeetCode, a lot of memory is being used here. I want to understand how much memory is being used. So I want to actually do a bench test. Okay. So I'm just going to run these test cases multiple times again. Um, So let me see if I can actually just copy this test case and run it multiple times. Let's see if that works. Maybe I can take one test case, right? I can just say, so I take all the test cases for now and I'll say get tests, right? And I'll actually put this below function get test cases, and this will be test cases, right? And I can just return all the test cases, right? And from this test case, I can take one test case if needed. I think I'll probably take this test case and I'll simply run a benchmark on this, right? I'll maybe for this input, right? I'll just run benchmark for this input. I think this is probably the biggest input. And I'm okay with this. And I just want to run it multiple times to see what happens. I'll say array bench here, array underscore benchmark dot, okay, I'll just say, should I say test or just bench? I'm just wondering. Um, I'll just say benchmark for now. Let's see how that goes. Right, package array, and then I'll say function bench, right? I'll call this as bench and call this build array. I think it's called build array, and so this will be a benchmark test. And for a benchmark test, we just need a B which is actually referring to benchmark. So test dot testing dot benchmark, right? So okay, I think benchmark is basically a function. Okay. Oh, this is B, not testing dot B. Sorry. So you just say B. B refers to a benchmark. So T refers to the test, right? So here you use test. Here you say benchmark. B is a type passed to benchmark functions to manage benchmark timing and to specify the number of iterations to run, right? So you have N and you don't have anything else that is exposed as public thing. This is all small letters, so only the capital letters N. So we'll just say for, I'll just say index colon equal to 0, index plus plus, and then I'll just say um, build array, and I'll just use this number integer, and I'll do this multiple times, right? I think I have to call this benchmark. Hmm. Do I have to call this bench? So let me see if I can actually do this. Um, oops, what are these? Bench, none, bench time. Where is all this? Oh, this is here. Okay. I think you can ignore this. Can I ignore? No. Just close this for now. Okay, so interesting. I think I can't run this for some reason. Can I run function b blah something, right? With b testing dot b? No. Can I say bench build array? Array is actually maybe it's like oh why what is benchmark array? Oh, it does work. It works only on benchmark redeclared in this block. Okay. Weird. So it works only on array underscore test. Maybe I should just say benchmark array benchmark test. So this is actually a thing benchmark, but I think this won't run. Um, will it? So open source, GitHub, Permutation 90, LeetCode. What is this? Oh, learning more. LeetCode and problems 1920, right? So here we are, and we're trying to do go test dot slash slash dot here, and it runs all the tests, but we need help with respect to the test. It will say, I think bench. I have to search for bench here. Bench. Yeah, we have to say if invoked with bench or hyphen go test prints a full output even for passing package in order to display the requested benchmark user or go was wrong. After the package, okay, bench time. So the rule for a match in the game is that the same list binary in the class. Class given as bench time CPU. Okay. Okay, so I can actually just say bench, right? And go test bench. I think you have to say what's the thing? No go files in this. Okay. Hmm. What if I actually mark this as um I don't know. Let me copy this. Benchmark random. I'll just say benchmark random or benchmark. Right? I say run benchmark, it runs and it says run everything. Now bench memory, and it runs this and it says okay. 190, so basically 10 power 9. Wow. 3690 10 power 9 operations basically, and this much nanoseconds per operation, this much allocations per operation, right? It was awesome. Okay, so it's giving the memory also, and it's taking bench. If you don't give bench, I think it will use up everything. So if I give here now, if I give this, I think it still says this. No go files. Why? Should I actually say run everything, or should I say specifically dot or something? Dot. Yeah, it is running benchmark random, but it's not running my build array. I think I have to specify this as this as underscore test, and then it should just work. Yeah. So it needs underscore test, and then now I think it will just work. So now is this working? So it's doing benchmark build array, and it didn't tell how much. Oh, the benchmark didn't happen. Like we just put some logs here. Right? Paperwork. I just put some sample.log, no, terminal.log. Let's say this, right? And this is one. So let me actually try to bench memory so that I can actually see the bench memory. And I don't want this random thing, so I'll just get rid of this. I can actually run it here itself, but I want to run it there, so I just want to see how that works. Um, so dot for everything, and I want the memory also. So I'll say bench mem, and it's running, and it says 0 bytes per operation. Right? So it took 0 bytes per operation. Um, I wonder if it would have said the same thing for the old code. Let me put this all in list code. What is this? Oh, yeah. I will update, add code, implement 9ls, right? Oops, I didn't. Okay, so now I need to understand if this is basically just, is it actually taking up too much memory? Um, for example, can I say index comma value or index colon equal to range nums? This is basically declared not use index away, um, and I can just say over here ANS equals make array of integers length of nums, and then say ANS of index is equal to nums of index, right? You only read from nums of index you read, at the index what is there you read, and then again nums of whatever index comes up, whatever value comes out of it, you just read from it, and you give ANS, right? How much does this take? This takes 144 bytes per operation and one allocation per operation, right? So 144 bytes, right? And if we actually say comma value, um, and if we say value, how much time does it take? It takes same 144 bytes and one allocation, right? So this is that one allocation, right? And is 144 bytes extra, right? So okay. So now, oh, but I'm using actually Go newer version or maybe an older version, but they have a newer version, I think. Let me check it out. Before that, I want to just copy this and have it, right? Say old code, right? And I'll say new code. Okay, so this was again new code. New code was doing something, and then now again new code, which is basically just um, check out PKG stuff. I'll just get into I'll just check out PKG stuff because that's a lot. Okay. Um, Only terminal.log I want to add. I don't want to add anything else. Get rid of it. And now write this again. And you have, it says 58.38 nanoseconds and 0 bytes. So basically, you can see it's 199, 1996, or like, okay, 30, 19 million or around 20 million, right? It's around 20 million here. And this is even less actually. This is around 15 million. And this takes more nanoseconds and it has one allocation per operation, right? And this has zero allocations per operation and 0 bytes per operation, right? So that is pretty cool, I think. Um, so I'll just update the terminal log, update 1920 problem terminal log, right? And then yeah, this is fine. I just need a new version of Golang, so I'm just going to try to find that. And till then, what I'm going to do is try out one more thing, um, which is remove this value and say nums of index, right? And see if the value, the whole thing changes. The benchmarking thing changes. So as you can see, you can actually see more being done over here. 20,000, right? If you actually change this to value, you see it's 19K or something, or even okay, it's almost similar only. Sometimes you get more also. It's around the same thing, I think. So I think this doesn't matter. Oops, I um, one moment. Yeah, so I think this doesn't matter, but yeah, I'm wondering if this is taking up some value and whatnot. I'll check this out, and for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and you know put this here, and then put this here, and I'm gonna open up, I mean, start a new video, and I'm gonna check it out in the new version of Golang after installing new version of Golang. I'll actually need something in my Go binary, so I'll need to see if I have that. It's called Go Version Manager GVM. It's short for G basically, but I use G for Git. So yeah, I'll get that and then I'll continue in another video.